All right, and welcome. It is time to play as we get onto Amman, the city of fellowship here, as we've been having our fun as things are coming to a head as we rest in them. What seems to be where a little bit of a menace of the campaign of the League of Miracles has, in particularly, um, been found to have most of its power and also most of its love and adoration here. And where we're trying to find lost friends and chasing down agreements to be done and made. And with that, we will continue to see precisely what has to happen. Last time, as they made their way in, we had Ira looking for a long lost and sounds like kidnapped friend who was brought in and, last I heard, was taken to the Traverse Junction. Though where they would go from there, the contact did not know. In addition, there was certain things of clothes to be made and illusions planned, though they also heard that certain areas have some ways of seeing through such illusions, so one would have to be careful through that on specifically what to do, as well as realizing that there's a place to potentially investigate and find out more about many of the things that weren't necessarily the best. One of the things on the list, of course, was to go to the Slayer's cake in order to, one, be in contact with the Lady of White Stone in order to tell her about all the progress they have made and the promised backing that was made to be there, as well as secure Seraphina's future, which much of the party has been quite interested in doing. So, as with all of that and more, as things are coming together, that we find ourselves within the inn after an interesting night and probably various stages of pulling tubs in and out. But ultimately, it is a morning after many have gotten a rest. And what would we like to do?
Click the long rest button.
Yes, click the button.
Okay. Yeah, meeting everyone downstairs or whoever might be there. Jackson has a piece of parchment in one hand and a sort of bundled up quiver in the other hand. And Jackson goes over to Mordis first.
What's this?
And he holds up the quiver, and you see that the end of it is kind of got cloth wrapped around it and tied up and bundled up. And he goes, do you remember when we were back in the Grey Forest or whatever it was, and we had to have the special arrows to hunt the demons? The Casmay stuff.
Yeah.
Well, now that you have that longbow, I thought maybe you could use these if it ever came up. If you want.
Yeah, I mean, that's, if you think it'll be useful, I'll take them.
There are 17 of them in the bundle.
Okay.
And then Jackson will look for Seraphina.
Absolutely. She would have come down, probably by herself, since the people she likes to hang with don't eat. And she has learned by now that if she just needs to just do that, because no one's going to think about that for her. As she is down and just kind of routinely is making herself a used to inn type of deals now in these public houses, how to go about and get what she needs, with just the right mixture of politeness and gruffness to not be taken advantage of. And sits down and smiles. Hey, Jackson!
Hi. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Oh, you know, that's the best thing about rooming with Lithra is you sleep like the dead.
Yeah, because she's dead.
You have to. Never mind. Yeah.
Okay. I have this official document for you, and he hands over this piece of paper. I got it from Breaker. Do you remember Breaker?
I remember Breaker. Yeah.
So it's an offer for a bit of an agreement between you.
Okay.
So your mum made an agreement with the Slayer's Cake that when they sold cuddle cakes, she would get a portion of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the portion that she gets, now it gets divided between you and the Realm of the Firsts. And if you agree to be the person to make that delivery, then you get your portion of it.
Okay. Where do I deliver it to?
From my understanding, Bryker is in charge of what to do with the money once it belongs to the Realm of Firsts.
Okay. Well, that's generous of them. So whenever I collect it, then I just... Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, great. And I think we're going to head there today. Do you want to go with us?
Sure.
Sounds good. What'd you get for breakfast? I'm starving.
Oh, I think whatever was for dinner yesterday just kept warm in the pot.
Nice, great. And I'll go get my own.
You get it. There's very clearly things that they just sort of throw in there gradually. Often, you know, it's like they're roast up a few beasts, and then all the meat left over that no one has is picked and thrown into the pot, and that's kept warm and salted, and it's an ever-evolving. If you went down deep, there's probably like things from months that have been baked down there. If you want some good hard bits to make some crunch.
Never. It's surprise breakfast. Never know what you're gonna get. So that's what Jackson is doing, is having breakfast now.
Cool. All right. Anybody else as you come down or join, as a tradition to rejoin everybody in the main room?
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Jackson, have you tried the crunchy bits? They're actually really good.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know if I got any crunchy bits in mine. How do you know if you got crunch? Do you just have to eat it and hope you get crunchy bits?
No. They're all the way at the bottom. They keep all the good stuff at the bottom.
Oh.
You got to stir it up right.
Oh, damn it. Okay, I'll get that on the second go around.
I'll go up there, get some on my own, and sit down with Jackson and Serafina.
Excellent.
After tucking away the arrows, Mortis would also venture downstairs and look at what's in the pot, smell it, probably scrunch his nose a little bit, take a scoop of it, and pull some spice out of his spice bag and throw it in there to make it palatable. sit down and. Good morning, Brazen Edge. Already saw Jackson. Where's the rest?
Maybe they take baths in the morning. I don't know.
I throw her downstairs and she will find a chair to stand on next to everybody.
So she's at least up to chest level now?
Well, yeah.
Hey, Lathar, how'd your night studies go?
It was pretty great. How'd you sleep?
Perfect.
Like they did?
Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Oh, so, and you see Jackson is once again wearing the onesie, the knitted armor onesie, and he goes, okay, so Harper explained it to me last night, that even though I might think that this is perfectly acceptable for getting into any district we go to, maybe other people won't think that, and so that I don't hold up the rest of the group, I should probably just pay for new clothes or something. So I'll chip in 1,000, and I think it's like 1,000 each or something like that, right? So if anybody needs help covering theirs, I can help that too.
Well, I'll pay for the clothes, but my appearance is an illusion anyway, as they can see through that. Hopefully they won't.
Maybe you get like, you know, when you go to fancy parties and they have like masks.
Oh, I can go get masks so they won't see. You're so smart, Jackson.
Thanks.
I keep telling you, he's a genius.
All right. I'm assuming Ira comes down. I know you're all there for the breakfast.
Yeah. If you guys, I heard something about chipping in for something. Whatever it is, I'm in for it. Yeah.
We have to get fancy party clothes or something like that.
Okay.
And you can't take that Morning Star with you.
Okay.
It's really scary and it's awesome, but I don't think they allow like weapons.
Fine, but I have to keep my mask on.
Okay. I'm also getting masks. Like we can be mask buddies.
What if you dress it up as a fancy morning star? Maybe then they let it in.
Ira takes the bow tie from his hair and ties it around the Morning Star.
There you
Does
go.
that do? That works, right?
Everything starts laughing.
Something tells me that probably won't work, but
If I need to leave it here, I will. It's fine. Do we know if the doors lock?
Yeah, they
I
lock.
assume so. Okay, cool.
From the outside.
That's scary. Ira's gonna go back and put his Morning Star away and lock his. He's making a point of locking the door, checking it, make sure no one can get in, and goes back down, grabs a bowl of the crunchy bit stew.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the most like, I mean, it's a lock, and it's a door of wood. But yeah, it's secure in that sense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, as secure as it's gonna get, right? As good as you.
Yeah, unless you want to try to find a place that would keep things super safe or secure, vault building or something like that. But
No, but I'll just make a point of clarification. I'll say that I put it underneath the mattress, where you put
Sure.
all your important documents and stuff. That's
Absolutely, the place no one ever checks if they're
Nope.
tossing around.
never
Right there.
If the cleaning stuff trips over the Morningstar under the carpet, they're lost.
Look, I put up the do not disturb sign. Okay, I do not go in there.
I got you. Do everything reasonable to try to keep it.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, then Charlotte coming down too.
Yeah, she'll come down. She's carrying her receipt with her, and just comes down and sits down and listens in.
That's good.
Okay, so I guess do we need to go to? I know Charlotte got her order in already, but do the rest of us need to go to the fancy clothes store to place our order so that we can pick it up later?
Jared, he took him all day to make just the one dress, but I'm sure there are other shops we could try to check out in the area too.
Well, he had said he could do it for the amount of money involved. That was the quote he gave. So just as a reminder.
Well, yeah. If we go to Jared and then Jared says that something happened and he can't do it in one day, then we can check at other places. But I think we first maybe go ask and find out, and then when our clothes are hopefully being made, we can go to Slayer's Cake.
There's also the possibility of checking in with Gilmore as well.
Oh yeah. Well, what do we need from Gilmore?
Most I know would be useful is for us to update him on our plans. Maybe you could give us some insight into the process for putting in an entry for that tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Also, you think I could potentially find a shield or something? I think as much as I love using a Morning Star, I think it's time I change things up a bit.
Can you not use a Morning Star and a shield at the same time?
Well, you see, when you go to swipe with a Morning Star, at least the one I have, it's rather large. So I would need two hands with it, but we can try.
Gotcha.
I would still need a shield though, so maybe Gilmore has some kind of cool shield. This Gilmore person you speak of.
What if you had your Morning Star on two hands and you put your shield on your back, when they try to hit you, you just turn around
Oh, you see, there you go. Okay,
like a turtle?
yeah, that would work. Huh? A turtle.
Or a turtle.
Basically, would kind of lean into Ira. It's like, might not seem like it, but I learned how to wield a sword from this person right here. And as he points to Mortis,
Oh, maybe you can teach me. I think I like the finesse of using such weapons, more of brute strength.
If we have time, I'd be happy to. But I think we have pressing issues.
Of course, yeah, of course.
Speaking of, let's try not to lose our self-control to rage today.
Actually, thank you for bringing that up. Although I will say that the outcome of the other day yesterday was believe it or not, much more manageable than what normally would have happened. I do want to just say that I apologize for my behavior. I feel like I could have handled that a bit better. It's difficult to exercise caution.
I understand.
Or not caution, sorry. Restraint. Wrong word. Restraint.
I understand. It's a difficult thing when your friends are in danger.
Yes.
But we are in a place where if the League catches on to us and starts following our trail, we could find ourselves in a rather dire situation quickly. That said, they can't be looking everywhere all the time. So I think we're okay for now.
Understood.
All right. And where to first?
Jared's.
Okay. For Jared's, if it's just kind of getting your stuff, as we've discussed last time with the quote, that's easily done.
Okay. So is it 1,000 each?
Yes.
It's more than he charged me.
And can he tell me if the robes I have from Singorn are good enough?
Yeah, so for you, I think he would say to help you get in all the places, because he's trying to get it so that you could get entry into anywhere you want as far as looks and everything. He would charge you 250 gold just to put niceties, mend a few things that in travel have gotten a little bit there, clean it really good, those types of things.
Mend my magical clothes.
Yeah.
A little bit. Not that, bring it
Fair
into
enough.
today's style.
Fair enough.
Figure I'll double check. Does all of us paying this include Serafina?
That covers, because I believe you all put it to the 1,000. He gave you a flat cost that you divided up.
Gotcha.
So he kind of gave a group rate, and then you're like, "Oh, that's this for everybody."
Okay.
So that was more yours than his.
So I give him my receipt.
Sure. Yep, he has yours, and as discussed, he has a package with your clothes all ready to go.
Do you have a changing room?
Yep. Oh yes, of course, right in the back.
So she'll go get changed.
Okay.
Next stop, Slayer's Cake. We just have to go find it.
Sounds good. All right. And then anything of note you want to do there, Charlotte, as you come out in your clothes?
I mean, does it look like 750 gold worth? That's what I paid.
Oh no, it's more like 100 gold worth, but you needed it in a day. So
Yeah.
it was the rush order that you paid for, is the speed. But it is you look at it and it does pass as a very nice clothes. And what he said, which is what he sold you on, which was that it was never going to look like the clothes of people who are from there, but it's the clothes you need to wear to buy the clothes that the clothes from there, that the people from there wear.
Right, so we have to go
The minimum
shopping when we
dress
get
code.
there.
No, to get you in and get you around there, but they will get you as you are just sort of entering into here.
It does get us into Thunderbrands, though.
Yeah, it's the entrance.
Gets us
clothing.
into Macy's.
Exactly. That's how it works. Got to buy the work clothes to go to work. So, all right. So heading over to the, but very simple. Definitely to your form, and various things you can see is conventions where it would be very difficult to hide anything. A lack of pockets. The fold's very there. You can see there's like very much so that it's kind of reveals that okay, this person couldn't almost hold anything deadly unless it was probably taped to their skin in some fashion or secured right on there. But just kind of the way that it sort of shows, it's kind of an interesting type of fashion. A few like slits in the side where it won't be any revealing, but enough to again give a sense of security, but in a very stylish way. And of course the tiara that you ordered and all that jewelry is they're very nice.
And the gloves.
Yes, absolutely. All the
I'm wearing a Halloween costume.
That's what you ordered. There's no accounting for taste. It's enough to get in. And let's you do such a thing. So perfect. In that case,
Just to clarify, Matt, that removes our armor. That removes. Can I still maintain? Can a robe still be maintained or a cloak over the clothes?
yours is quite freakish.
Very.
Though, given that the Uridite Quarter is one magic and such, you could if you go to, in the Uridite Quarter, you could probably pull it off.
Okay, just not the Cloud District.
Right. Not so much the Cloud District, but if you're going to the Uridite Quarter, which is where the Traverse Junction is, that you could pull off that. But you definitely could not pull that off in the Cloud Top District.
Okay.
Especially since it's not too crazy for people to know what that is here. And so, like, there's someone like, hey, we're going to see everything that you want hidden. Any level of security is going to stop you at the door and go, whoa, buddy, on that one. So,
Okay.
Very cool. All right. Okay, is making your way then. You come now to the rather long line here. That you see a very large sign being held that has a big cupcake with a sword like in the top of it that says Slayer's Cake line starts here. And this is in Abdar's Promenade, where the Slayer's Cake is located. Across the bridges and the river and whatnot. And from what you can tell, it kind of wraps around. You're probably a good half mile at the end of the line away from the Slayer's Cake. And the line itself doubles to maybe 3 times in that half mile around. There's somebody there. That's right, get in line, don't worry, it goes pretty quickly. Probably 45 minutes to an hour tops from this point.
Luke, if
I
you
assume
said
you all
something,
get
you were
the point.
muted.
Do what?
Oh, I thought you said something. I thought I saw your mouth. I'm like, wait, you think it's muted?
No, Jackson just let out a very heavy sigh. It's like impatiently
You,
sitting there.
Do you want me to see if they can see us sooner? How do we do that? We just gotta let them know who we are. I can
Oh.
be kind of persuasive.
I mean, it can't hurt to ask, right?
Do I see any like attendants here in the line, or
I mean, there's somebody with the line sign.
yeah? I'm going to
Yeah, might as
Yeah.
well.
walk up there real quick. Excuse me.
Yes.
Hi there. We're here with the one of the franchisee owner's daughter,
Hmm.
who's here to talk business. Surely this isn't the line meant for her, correct?
Well, all business meetings are always scheduled for late in the afternoon. So if
Oh.
you, I don't know if you misread your appointment that I'm sure you made.
Oh, I apologize. I must have misplaced it. Would we be able to schedule a new one?
Not with me, but if you want to go the afternoon, they could probably fit you in a few afternoons from now, I'm sure. Or you could talk with them. But that slow down just before, really between 2 hours from now, and then it's a little thin until about 3 hours from now, and then it'll of course pick up kind of for the lunch part, and then we close. So there's about an hour in there.
Okay.
You time yourself right.
Right. Time just being of the essence and all. I don't suppose there's anything you could do. She's recently orphaned.
Tell you what, or make a persuasion check.
All right. Okay. Here we go. Oh, nice. That is a 30.
Right. Okay. All right. They reach in. They go. So, gonna wait in line still, but here are, and he puts out these little like blue medallions on each of you. Goes, just wear those on in, and they once you do get in past this initial line, they're gonna go ahead and we'll see that you have something special to talk about or order. And then you'll be able to get a little bit more one-on-one. They're not going to rush you out. You only have 15 seconds to order normally, and then they just kick you out. So this would actually get you a conversation initially. That's what I can do for you.
Well, thank you so much. What was your name again?
Right. I'm Sal.
Well, Sal, you've been very helpful. We'll be sure to put in a good word for you.
Appreciate it. Enjoy your conversation and any cakes you may eat.
Okay. And I go back. And relay all that if anybody didn't hear it.
Okay. So we just gotta wait in line, and
Yeah.
then we get a meeting. Yeah, no problem. I can wait. That's something I can do.
Insight check.
He is already like tapping his foot on the ground
22.
absently. You think like 10 seconds after saying that, Jackson is already like getting the fidget shakes. Like he's already having struggles.
Okay.
Amazing. Without too much, the line does move. Like I said, fairly quickly as people you get a few people who you do see get behind you, go, oh, I took 16 seconds, now I have to wait again, and a little frustrated. And getting closer, you actually see that when people enter, they there's two tiny teleportation circles that you stand on when it's your turn to order that begin to glow at the end of 15 seconds. They teleport you out. So it's a very strict automatic system.
It's an instance encounter.
Yes, I want
Yeah.
this. And then boom, and you're at the line to pick up your order once they're done.
100% you walk through the doors, you have to roll initiative.
very efficient, which is very good. And then also at the going through the line a little bit to make it quicker, you see some people getting their kicks without having to go through the line, just getting charged. As somebody says, right. Just hold up your right hand if you do not want your thoughts read. Otherwise, they'll go ahead and read your thoughts for your order and just get that and get the payment right going. Someone using detect thoughts is moving up and down the line, trying to just make things move quicker. Yep, you raise up your hand as a few people do. Some don't want that, and so they're all making it work. You are finally, the group of you let the store pass as they see your medallions pass the teleportation circle, and into a place where they actually let you sit down. And at that, you do see a rather upbeat man come up, very slicked back hair and a little bit of flour all over themselves. As you go, right, how can I help? You need a little meeting, conversation, special order.
This is Serafina, daughter of Elvania, slash Honeystar.
Right. Oh, right. And that's right. Cutter cakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Yep. I'll take care of that. Anything else?
Do you have a way of getting in touch with Lady Vixalia? We need to report to her.
Right. What do you need to report?
Information about a mission she sent us on relating to a Firebird.
Right. Okay. Let me see. And takes that information. And I don't think it was translated with Laz leaving. There was a little bit of a thing that was there, but that is relayed to the passphrase and such things as he actually comes back and very quickly actually says, "Oh, okay, follow me to the back then. Sounds great." You come back to it's sort of interesting. You're going down a hallway that from the outside in no way should actually fit inside the building. Lithra, you realize you have entered into a demi-plane from the magical walls that seem to come through here. And it's constructed and built in such a way where a lot probably wouldn't really understand exactly what has occurred. But from there is another room, and it brims with energy as they open the door. Whether you see countless magic protections against scrying, against communication, any communication coming in or out, you recognize that telepathy is disabled, as is things like message spells and all types of divination. Probably one of the most secure setups you've ever seen. It goes... And you see sitting there, drinking a little bit of tea, as what Brazen Edge would definitely recognize as Lady Vixalia herself. Long black hair and a few streaks of gray, a crow's feet around the eyes. Goes, well, if it isn't what makes up the Rasgard today. Come on in, darlings.
What did she just call us?
I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
A menagerie today.
And
Poor brain.
Jackson steps forward and opens up his pack and pulls out the very large, slightly singed, or what have you, feathers. How it goes? Mission accomplished.
I see. And why did you deem its demise necessary?
Because after having a conversation with the very large firebird, we discovered that the amount of its territory was ever expanding, and it was taking food from everywhere. Because it had a very large population of other creatures it was feeding. Also, a really weird egg that it was trying to hatch or something. It was a strange looking egg too.
Were you able to discern what type?
I look over at Litha. Did you ever find out what that big egg was?
Ours was really big and fiery and everything. I didn't really take a closer look than that.
Yeah, they were not keen on us touching the very large fire egg.
Fire egg. So it was more than just this creature. What
Yeah.
were they?
There were, I think, fire methods and fire elementals and a bunch of regular birds that were all snitches. And then is there something I'm forgetting, guys? Were there other creatures there?
Oh, when I looked again into that volcano, they were all chanting at the egg. I have no idea what that did, but they're probably trying to do something.
Chanting what?
In a language I didn't know. I think it was language of the fire plane. Probably.
I see. This is all very good information. And your response seems reasonable, given what you saw.
Yeah, and so we didn't want to challenge the very large bird there where it was surrounded by a bunch of friends. So we moved to a different location, took care of it there, and got proof.
Excellent. No.
Are you aware of the attack on Fort Daxia?
Yes. That has been made. It is still surrounded in night, the last we checked. That is of many things that we are interested in and are seeking help and figuring out, though that is outside of my particular jurisdictions. Certainly outside of the Grey Wardens. But I do believe other interested parties are looking to look into it. But as far as all of you, as promised, and she puts in a wooden box that has these little gray shields that are embroidered beautifully. She goes, "These are the marks of the Grey Warden." These will get you access to any of our agents. They're not to be worn or used lightly. It is best that the identities remain somewhat secret, especially into what all of you wanted to look into. You are looking into the most sensitive of issues, that of the League and their rather opaque funding and dealings. As promised, anything you need that we can provide, or my agents. I am not often here, but I came here once I was told of your arriving from my friend. But there is always a representative working here. Standing upon the circle to order if you take out one of these when the timer finishes, you will be brought to a secure place in order to have any conversations you need to, should you need to contact my representative here. And this is true in any of the Slayer's Cake throughout Exandria.
Oh, that's cool. I have another important question. Back when we were in Craghammer, we got these official badges that made us adventurers, that let us carry our weapons. Does this city have anything like that you know of?
If you're on official missions, but it's just not a blanket pass. It's, in particular, and you must be going to such a place. Size. In other words, situationally, we might be able to get you access to carry them, whether we make you roving guards or the like, but it would only be for a very limited amount of time, a few hours in the day. And then we would need to reapply for such things. Legally speaking, we've cracked down on that type of thing in order to lay the groundwork for more stricter magical law, which has not gone well. But without first laying it on more mundane means, we have zero basis to put any type of pressure upon the other council members.
Right. No, I was just thinking it probably is important to have our weapons if we're in the Cloud Top district where the League does all its really important business.
I could see you. I mean, if you're of means, do you need something that can carry these weapons?
I mean, I can carry my own weapon.
A small bag that they would fit in.
Oh, wait. I think we have a couple of those.
That would be my suggestion.
Wait, can I have one?
So it goes, let's see. I do think, tell you what. She kind of writes something down and puts a seal on it. Take this to Gilmore's Glorious Goods, and he will see you taken care of in that regard. I don't have anything with me here.
Oh.
I wasn't made aware that you would need such a thing. But
would one of those special little bags hold a rifle?
I'm certain. If you need special things like that, I would talk to Gilmore directly.
Gotcha. Does having the special Grey Warden badge get us access to rifles?
That. Let's just say I know someone whose strings I'm particularly good at pulling, that we would be able to get you this. Are you trained?
Yeah. Is it difficult to learn?
Right. So
sorry
that. Oh, go ahead.
sorry to butt in. Do you mean rifles that shoot, right? Like not crossbows, but actual rifles?
Yeah.
So, believe it or not, my master actually trained me, and I know how to use those.
That's so cool.
I can teach you if you'd like.
I would like that, yeah.
Looks. I will have a few sent over here. Go through the process I described, and my representative will get that. I'll give a day or two.
Okay. Thanks.
Um,
And we'll keep it hush hush.
Of course. Absolutely. Know that they're tracked very carefully, so please use them, as are these badges. If you use them for more personal means, I'm afraid we will have to limit your use. In addition, for your investigations here, I suppose in cases where you might not want to initially flash your badge, she gives out, and they had this seal, like basically a silhouette of the city upon it. She goes, these just indicate that you're special operators for the council, or specifically the Treasury Department. So if you're doing things, that would be the type of cover you'd have to have.
Gotcha.
If you go kind of outside of that, they might ask questions. That would be inconvenient.
Okay. So it'll be like, where's the money?
Right. This would do certain things. One place this will get you, should you need it, is access to the Traverse Junction. There's several buildings like this throughout Exandria, and it is only a cost of 50 gold a person to be transported there from this Traverse Junction. So this will hopefully make your lives and your investigations much simpler, depending on what leads you feel the need to follow.
Gotcha. Oh, do they also have like portals to other planes?
Not that are public. That would, if you need that, I need to know some more information. But Westeron, Singorn, Craighammer, Whitestone, Port Damali, Rexentrim, Ankarel, Vasselheim. These are all places you can get to for that small fee.
Wow.
Lady Vax, given the station in the Treasury Council is, as of right now with the League, is everything above water?
Nothing is above anything with the League. Specifically, what information can I give you?
I'm wondering if that's a way in.
Unless absolutely necessary, attempting to implicate or say anything negative about the League is a certain way to get a closed door and to cause trouble. I would say the Eurodite Quarter is the most suspicious of the League. They refused any help from it during the rebuilding process, and thus achieved and financed everything on their own. Therefore, they owe nothing to the League. Of course, there are the connections in the Traverse Junction, specifically. That is mostly because the Telemagi we employ moonlit for the League, and thus the security of that particular place fell into question. I would say that is where there's the most League influence in the Urdite quarter, but also outside of that, especially in the Lyceum, there's next to none. But no one is forbidden from taking a job here or there, so you can't be too careful. But as I told you before, or at least those who said more of this, I understand and believe everything you have said, from your discovery of the changing crystals, and that they are somehow here. There have been creatures found that aren't fully one creature or another that lead us to believe that there could be being in use here. Though it has been particularly none of our investigations have provided any fruit, unfortunately.
Well, there are two other things that I think are worth asking about. We received intelligence about some entryways to League facilities, discussed as being in the fiery depths of the Cloud Top district.
Interesting. Those badges will get you the Grey Warden. Feel free to utilize some type of disguise when you use them to help shield your identities, but those get you access to those depths. Be careful, though. The reports of them being secure are a bit exaggerated. Powerful magic, especially that of the elemental in nature, can cause rifts and other problems. Specifically, some over-enthusiastic mage used some particularly powerful fire magic there a few weeks ago when we had to put down an incursion from the plane.
Interesting. We also received intelligence those tunnels seem to change constantly.
Yes. And of course, what is interesting about that is what on earth would you use fire magic for down there?
Given that it's connected to League, I could imagine a number of purposes that are nefarious. There is one other item we should discuss that we've heard about since then, and that is the source of energy that seems to power much of the League's arcane things has to do with, in particular, I don't know if you've run across any of the collars, but those collars, from what we understand, seem to receive their power from something called Lemon's Undoing Zenith. And I don't know if you've heard anything about that.
I have not. You have been our chief investigators into the League. So anything I know has been waiting to come from you.
I don't know what it is or where it is, except that it's a power source. But it's something to keep your ears out for.
What I can. My ears, as beautiful as they are, things of the League are often hidden from them.
That's fair.
Can you use magic to disguise your clothes to get into the Cloud Top District?
There are various things to see beyond illusions there, though. Specifically, are the badges you now have will not take care of clothes, unfortunately, but they will prevent anyone seeing through an illusion you put on your person, your skin, let's say.
Oh, that would be really useful. For no particular reason, of course.
The vampire wearing a outfit that says "Look at me," is trying to hide in the shadows since we're talking to Vex. Being a vampire. Just listening in, pretending like everything's normal. Yeah, nothing alive. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Don't be suspicious.
Yep.
I would say I do know of one League operative that has recently come in whose activities, presence often occur with some of the more unfortunate incidents that might be League related. That is Blaine Creverog. Around town, mostly you can recognize him by his black and gold robes. It's a particular interest.
Also, he's a turtle, but that's beside. I'm kidding. What is he? A regular guy?
What do you mean by regular?
You know, like most people here are humans.
Most people.
Yeah, like the majority of people in Exandria are human, right?
Only if you. Anyway. Yes, I believe he's human.
Okay.
Do you know anything about him? You said he's a mage. Does he favor a particular type of magic?
That we don't know. On any of their employees, it's hard to come about. All I know is he is a member. Or an operative, I should say. I don't believe he is on a permanent payroll. But he is utilized quite often. And of course, there are others, but that is most I can tell you. As far as any of these places of interest, I would say the League here operate quite recently to investigate more of their ideas, understand that any type of official, whether from the council or otherwise, if you do find some of their compounds, they're typically masquerading. We had a line on one of them that was operating out of a tea shop, but that they quickly learned or paid for the information that we had gone at, and it was dismantled and moved, from what we understand. Any reports of the council meddling will get us in trouble with other council members, but from what I understand, there is a small office that, from what we can tell, has no particular mystical connection within the Cloud Top district. And there is a payment office in this area, which only serves to reward fulfilled contracts.
Are there any council members that are like deep in the league's pockets that we need to be careful of?
I would not trust any of them
Oh,
when it comes to the League. Even those who are not deep in the pockets, as you say, it doesn't mean that they wouldn't want to get a favor
yeah.
by relieving some information. What you came to Whitestone with is the first of any type of hard evidence of League misdoings. And thus none know about it. Except, of course, us and yourselves. This is new.
You're very good at covering their tracks.
Is this not also something that's going against the Pansophical?
Sorry.
Many Pensophicals end up working for them. Again, they are the largest employer that you can imagine. So you have someone, a bright young upstart, who is offered more gold than they can think of to perform cantrips for first level spells, and soon find themselves not minding whatever little they may have uncovered or thought of the League. The Alabaster Lyceum is the most staunchly opposed. Or I should say suspicious.
Are the students being poached?
There is a League
Recruited?
recruiter. Of course, many of the professors would recruit for the League. Here, they are a benevolent association that provides work for those who do not have any, food for those who couldn't have it, who are here to solve every problem. It is only elsewhere that it seems that they are this other. They do the unfortunateness that you have found evidence of. In other words, they are at least as smart as pigs. They do not shit where they eat.
Then they should be skewered and roasted.
We don't understand at all of where corruption, that, if any, comes from. And I wouldn't think, knowing some who work for them, I would think many are ignorant of it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can just like get rid of this asshole miracle worker person and replace them with someone that's cool, and then the operations that the League are doing that are actually helpful, maybe they just keep going. We don't have to destroy the whole thing, just the bad parts.
Indeed. Move carefully, move with evidence. Make sure here things can be distracted with shadow. Just make sure you're doing the right thing, and ideally can back yourselves up.
Yeah.
I want you to find what's going on. I would not want to have to save your lives by sending you to another continent and losing all the progress that we have.
I suspect our investigations will take us to another continent. Those portals reportedly lead to some islands.
Well, like I said,
Isocross, I think, is the name I was.
Isocross. If you need help there, I can see what I can do. Again, through the representative here is a good way to begin. But you can tell me when you're here. So from here, she basically accepts to when you're ready to tell. You not tell her now, but basically is to. So she goes, anything else I can assist you with to help you with your investigations?
As a council member, you've seen other council members and like their helpers, right? Their aides.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen a tabaxi boy?
I'm sure.
Is there multiple, like several tabaxi helpers on the
Various
council?
servants? Yes, currently there is one. What is your business with them?
They might have a clue they were looking for, I think.
Oh, I see. She kind of gives you directions. Goes, if you can make it to the Cloud Top District, this is where most of the assistants would enter in. She draws a little picture of the council meeting. That would be a good place to start.
Got it. Awesome, thank you.
Kind of sighs. Yeah, none of my business.
Oh, I did just remember one question I had earlier. You said that the Travelers Junction is a place connected with the council. Are you aware that it's connected with the League in some way? We're not sure how exactly.
As I've said, it wouldn't surprise me. Much those who are employed there are not. You don't have to be particularly gifted to employ teleportation magic of the type that is done there. So, with the flooding of the magical market in the last few decades, most have to moonlight with various places. And it wouldn't surprise me that the majority of them would be bribed or otherwise given access. The security of that is, again, that is outside both of my jurisdictions as treasurer and as my general entrance with the Grey Wardens. We had a rare opportunity you discovered where the League may have been connected with these blue crystals that were causing monstrosities or creatures that would be under our jurisdiction. So we have a very loose thing to pull on should we come into scrutiny. But other than that, I have to be careful.
Does knowing that they're collecting constructs give you any leverage?
If we had hard evidence. Constructs currently have a classification as magical objects under Tal'dorei law. Therefore, a captured construct is simply an unattended weapon. As far as the legal things are. We have many things we want to change here. But certainly some who many will trade their vote for the favors for the League. And it's not in the League's interest that they be classified as anything else.
If I may ask, if constructs are treated as objects, then how do, if at all, How does the council go about dealing with stolen objects?
If you have evidence, take it to the local guard. Again, if you are implicating the League, I don't know if I quite have to explain where extra fineries might come from some of our guards. If you have something hard and clear as a misgiving, but again, if it was indeed stolen, you have to prove that they were taken with knowing who the owner was, that there was an owner, and that they weren't just collected as abandoned.
Okay, understood.
And I might say even then, since the League contracts out much of that, the most that might come from it is some mercenary being fired. You would have to prove that they are telling them in some fashion to kidnap or otherwise take these things. Honestly, what your friend here, Sister Jackson, was saying is what might be more, if you can do it discreetly, or at least with a sleight of hand approach, where maybe you're doing something and they think you're doing something else. Possibly hurting their operations from within the shadows here. Might be more useful while we gather evidence. They've been doing this a long time now. You have proven by how you dealt with your quarry that you can suss out a situation, get the facts, and decide what's best. You didn't call in the guard or the council to take care of the bird. You took care of it. If there's nothing else on that, of course, I would be happy. Let's see. Looks at. I assume you're Serafina. Yeah. Oh, excellent. Then I am able to remit the payment that is due. That I believe you are to into your custody to give to the proper people. And she will take out a rather large chest. She goes, I'm assuming you all can provide some security for her. So he goes, this first payment here is a total of 1,500 platinum to be sent to the proper place.
Nice.
Goes, thank you. And she sort of struggles with it. Oh my.
We can get it.
She goes, I'm sorry, it actually said that I had to keep it in my custody.
Yeah, that's technically true. Yeah.
Is there anything I learned from Mom and that other woman?
Maybe we can go to Gilmore's and get you a really small bag that you can put things into.
Oh, that would be really great.
If there's nothing else as we're walking out, Brazen Edge would just look at Vax and just make the remark, the resemblance is uncanny as we walk out.
So This joke may be lost on all of you, as I'm surprised of the change in the menagerie, but I did make this special set of cookies for you, and there are a bunch of cookies with sugar legs and weapons.
Oh,
As, just when we first met your founders. Unless there's anything else, you will be shown out.
okay. I think the next stop, Gilmore's. Is that okay with everyone?
I think along the way, Mortis will be looking at shops, trying to find a map shop that looks a little more robust than the one we found walking into the city, so he can see if he can find a better map of Tal'dorei as a whole continent.
Perfect. Okay. Then as you go about that, we'll go ahead and take our break, and we will come back. Alrighty, so we come back here. Get everyone back moving. All right. So I believe was the next thing for Gilmore's. All right. All right, cool. Perfect. So, taking your time here, afterwards, you begin. Also, again, same district, mostly where most of the commerce here is, as you are able to come into the main shop, the headquarters, franchise headquarters of Gilmore's Glorious Goods, that you can see a illusory sign rising above all with large arrows that point the way, and the building itself has about 7 stories from what you can count from the outside, with the 7th not connected to the other 6 but floating a little bit above, resting very lightly on a thin layer of cloud, it seems. As the door here is ready to be, well, come on in. Various people come out. You do see several, actually, a group of 4, all bearing right upon their chest the symbol of the League of Miracles as they come out. Uh, Having concluded their business, each with a little shopping bag that has the letter, has Gilmore's Glorious Goods upon it, and the filigree and gold serifs around it, moving around and doing several fireworking type of things as they exit. And entering in, you can clearly see just aisles and rows of various books, equipment, spell foci, spell components. It's amazing as you see what looks like to be a 17-year-old in a purple robe that has been tightly fitted, that says Gilmore's on the back in glowed lettering, and underneath that, trainee says, "Oh, hello, welcome to Gilmore's Glorious Goods. How can I help you?"
Yeah, I just need to do a bit of shopping. Came in to get a few specific items.
Perfect. Where can I direct you?
Do you have small bags that hold way more things than they should?
Oh, absolutely. What type can I interest you in? Do you need something on the smaller end or the bigger end? What type of? What's the size of objects? How many objects do you need to be able to carry?
So I think, and I kind of look over to Ira's like, Do you know how long a rifle is?
Well, it's usually about maybe
Something that can hold something that's 5 feet long.
Is it 5 feet?
I don't know, but that should cover it, right? It can't be longer than 5 feet.
Say 6, just to be safe.
Okay, 6 feet long.
That works.
6. Okay, things that are 6 feet. Okay. All right, I can see what I can do. Let's see. He begins going through a book a little bit to try to determine that. All right. Sounds like you might just want to go straight up with a traditional bag here, which we can help you out with 500 gold. It can hold a lot of things, up to about 500 pounds. Don't want to overload it. That'll be bad.
Okay. You said 500 gold?
That's right.
And do you have a small bag that's really good at holding a lot of gold?
I mean, that will do it. It's about 50 pounds. Do you need something later?
Well, I need 2 separate ones.
Okay.
Like one for the big
Right.
stuff and one for just gold
Right. Okay.
and smaller things.
So is 50 pounds an okay weight for you?
Oh. How much do I think 1,500 gold weighs? Or 1,500 platinum for that instance.
So not that it would hold 50, that it would weigh 50.
Oh, I see. Oh. And I look over at Seraphine and it's like, is that too much? Is that...
I think I can handle 50 pounds.
I mean, it's your call because it's going to be your bag.
Yeah, it kind of looks. Oh, is it for this wonderful young lady?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? I have something a little different, but it's just more support. And it comes out with a more of one, like yours is like a sack that you would kind of tie and carry like with your hand. Is the one they kind of give you. You might tie to your waist a little bit, but this has more straps that would go over like a backpack, basically. She goes, all right, I got this little haversack for you. This is 500 gold as well.
Okay.
But has more pockets, so it doesn't hold as many big things, but for coin, and maybe even keeping things like in separate places, it's a little more easy.
And I hand over 1,000 gold for both items. And then...
All right. We're just doing a special promotion today on our bags. Each bag today comes with a random item. It's in the bag.
I look inside mine.
You see nothing.
Liar.
Oh, you have to turn it inside out.
Oh.
Okay. We're already 100.
That is 90.
Nice. Okay. In that case. All right. Those and this little coin drops out. Oh, and then as it drops out, you hear a voice in your head that says 2 feet.
Sovereign?
What? That wasn't me.
2 feet what?
It goes, oh, there you go. It works. That is a coin of Delvine. You throw that where, and when it lands, it tells you how far it fell.
That is so cool. And then, like, every time you, and it does it go back in the bag, like, so that
you have to retrieve it.
Oh, got it. Okay.
but there may be
Cool.
other magical means. But if that is a problem for you, we do have items that we could sell you to retrieve it for you.
Does it only retrieve coins? Like, is it specific to coin retrieval?
It might do other things. This conjures a hand for you, and the hand can pick up just about anything you want. Well, about 5 pounds of anything.
Nah, I have a sister that can do that.
Oh, there you go.
How much is it for a bag that can carry two suits of armor?
So the 500 gold bag would do that for you.
May I have one as well?
Of course, we have those in stock. Those are quite popular.
Do you have something that might hold a little more weight? If I have something like really heavy and such.
More weight. Those get a little pricier pretty quick, but yes, we can definitely get you. What? How much?
Like a lot. I don't know, definitely over 500 pounds, maybe over 1,000. I'm really bad at calculating weight for those things.
I see. So you want to carry a lot of things. Well, so we do. Of course, those things get bigger. Anyway, we have a big chest of stuff, is what we like to call it. It does come under the bag promotion, so there is a surprise inside that can carry up to 2,000 pounds. But itself weighs
how
about
much is-
200 pounds.
Oh, I can't
Yeah,
carry
this part of
that.
the problem. We can't. Unfortunately, there is the magic inside does make a weight. But we haven't been able to figure out our ways around that one.
Oh, okay. Thank you, though.
Certainly.
Matt, I rolled a 68.
Perfect. Okay, so out of yours, kind of take it, and a shield drops out that looks like it's in the shape of a face.
Does it have a tongue?
It does. Goes, oh, there you go. That is a shield of expression.
Does it eat?
No, but whenever you want, you can make it. You can change what the face looks like. So if you want it to be angry at your foes, or if you're doing a show, various people like to use that.
He's gonna pick it up and Ira, try it on for size.
I know I needed a shield, and I suppose beggars can't be choosers, but don't think this is what I had in mind.
It does operate as a shield. It will increase your AC by 2. Just as you look at it, it's a real gruff face, similar to Ira's. Looks confused.
Do you have
fear you will instill in your enemy?
The problem is I don't think it's going to change expressions. Do you happen to have other shields? If not,
Of course, that was just your free giveaway. That was your prize. We have other shields. Of course we do.
Okay.
Let's see. Jackson, will you go ahead and roll for Seraphina? See
Oh,
eagerly.
51.
51. Okay. From her, you see this wooden staff fall out. Goes, oh! She kind of goes it and she kind of waves it, and from a nearby pot, a bunch of flowers just sort of sprout. Ooh. Goes, oh yeah! That's our staff of flowers. Congratulations.
Nice.
Goes, oh, that's cute.
It's fun.
All right, so you're looking for a shield.
President, I appreciate the gift, but I think I'll have to pass on this one. I'll admit I think I have to do a better job of controlling my emotions instead of using a shield to do so. He hands it back to you.
All right.
I'll put it
Comes
back.
out, goes, I have 3 things for your consideration.
Okay.
Kind of pulls out this first one. As it, you can see it, even as it kind of moves, it kind of, there's like the slight glow to it. And he goes, all right. And he clearly thought, protect, and it leaps into the air and hovers around them.
That's a badass shield.
Whoa.
That's a really good shield.
Goes,
You could use your morning star with that. Ira.
Yeah.
I
oh
could
yeah, you could use
definitely
any
my
weapon
one.
while because they wave their like this little wooden sword around. See, it protects me the same and just sort of moves with them. Any shield would.
Could and when I'm done using it, can it go back to where it originally was?
Away with you, and it goes back to the table.
Interesting. Ira's gonna put the shield on his back. So how do I activate it?
You just say protect.
Oh yeah, that's right. Protect.
It moves up in front of you.
Huh. Away with you.
Goes back.
Oh, and it goes back on my back. Huh.
Wherever you would take it from.
Okay. And how much for the shield?
Oh, yep. Let's see here for this one. Let's see. Standard price there is going to be 50,000 gold.
Okay. Puts the shield back on the desk. Alrighty. You said you had 2 other shields?
I do. It takes another one. This is for those who like to protect their allies. This main idea of this one is it attracts any type of projectiles towards it if you want it to. So if someone nearby, within like 5 feet of you, something's going towards them, you can make it come towards this instead.
Okay.
So it might still hit you.
Is this also 50,000 gold?
Nope, this is 5,000 gold.
Huh. Well, what about the last shield?
All right. This one, I'll tell you right now, is 500 gold, maybe more within your price range. See it, but this it can be thrown. So while using it to protect yourself, if you so like, you can go ahead and throw it at an enemy, and then after it hits them or misses, it comes right back, giving you about 20 to 60 feet.
Okay.
So it's just kind of like protects. Also, a little bit of a ranged weapon, versatile. Still
Okay.
gives that bonus for to help. Still helps you not be hit.
Okay. And how much gold is this one?
500 gold.
500 gold. You know what? It's going to be pricey, but I think I'll take the second one.
Okay. So
Can
that is
I-
arrow catching shield.
Can I dual wield shields? Is that a thing?
You can only benefit from one shield at a time.
Okay. All right. I'll pay the 5,000.
Excellent. Because anything else I can help anybody with?
Do you have any ancient vampire magic items?
Things relating to vampires. All right, and it begins to kind of check their stock a little bit. I carry holy water. I can hook you up with some weapons that deal in sunlight.
Do you have anything that belonged to any vampires?
Oh, history. Okay. Let's see. You want to look up? It's kind of thinks for a moment. We actually have to look at like previous owners. We don't release that information.
I don't have to know the specifics or anything. It's for show and tell.
Gotcha. Looking through their books a little bit. Let's see. That might be a little rough. Nothing that looks like I definitely know was owned.
That's okay. How much for the cheapest of your little baggies there?
I do have this little takes off this really, really tiny little bag. Goes, here we go. This can carry up to 10 pounds and only with 1 pound.
How much for just a regular standard bag?
Oh, you mean like they had 500 gold?
500 gold. That is so that one holds how much?
500 pounds.
Okay, 500 pounds. Okay, I'll get one of those because I'm gonna need it.
Yeah, but we make a lot of stuff. We have pockets of holding, and somebody wanted a little ring of holding. We have little tiny things like that. But yeah, this is basic standard. If you want to turn yours over, you can roll your D100 if you want.
I roll a 16.
Okay. As you turn it out, you this little copper amulet that has these tiny interlocking gears that are moving drops out.
Oh, what's this?
Goes, that is a very fun one. Whenever you put it to your ear, you always hear ticking and whirring noises. And also, once it helps you do something Once a day, it can help you do something completely average.
Okay.
You just kind of shake it a little bit, and then you do your thing. So when you make an attack roll while wearing this, you can forgo a roll in a d20 to get a 10 on the die. Once used, it can't be used again until the next dawn.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe you could
Clockwork amulet.
maybe you could check some stocks and whatever for the next time we stop by. For some vampire stuff.
Vampire. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure what you mean, but if you want to go ahead and request something certain, we can certainly try to do special orders.
Well, do you have anything that stops or slows down the need for a vampire to engage in the process of meat consumption?
Oh. How should I look? We don't have anything for that, no, but you could always try to commission one. Usually I could kind of put an order in. Let's see here. We could have to get a final quote, but I would imagine maybe it would be somewhere in the terms of 10,000 gold.
Yeah. Well, and I guess if you also come across any journals or just papers written by people who research these types of things, that would be great.
Sure.
But I'll look to get the money and bring it back, and maybe try to get that commission.
Oh, excellent. Mortis, you notice that as he kind of looks at Charlotte, taps a piece of paper, and a perfect rendition of her appears on it.
Is this
As
a
a
perfect
kind of-
rendition of her illusion form or a perfect rendition of her true form?
How she looks right now.
Okay.
And then he kind of slides it quickly.
Your search results put you on a watch list, yo.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, can I also have a bag as well?
Oh, sure, 500 gold.
Yeah, there you are.
Around that same way, you can sort of see. So he actually has a name tag. It says Phil on it, and there's this chart. And you can see the commission marking for Phil is just sort of ringing up. Phil is very happy right now.
Oh, that's funny.
So we also have this coupon.
Oh. Real quick, let me get the D100 for the bag if you are. Gotta turn it inside out.
85.
85. Perfect. All right. A small metal handled with a wood-tipped wand falls out. Like, oh, you got a wand.
Oh. I'll pick it up.
Yeah, give it a wave. You see what it does.
Give me a moment.
Now we can duel.
Raisin
I-
Edge ducks.
I thought I had. I just want to check before I do so. Let's see. I guess I didn't take it. That's fine. Yeah, I'll give it a wave away from people.
Absolutely, as intense orchestral music with horns and strings fills the room.
Oh,
No, 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 no! It's a
Yes.
wand of conducting.
oh, perfect.
Curious that you were destined for this one.
So I sort of wanted to ask about the custom order you talked about. So I just finished calculating, and we might have like over 5,000 pounds of stuff that we need to carry from one place to another. So do you have anything like that could do that? Maybe we could order?
For 5,000 pounds. Ooh. So I can take your details, and then you probably have to come back for that. That's sort of beyond what I can calculate. But it's probably going to be very expensive.
Oh.
It wouldn't surprise me if it hits that 25,000, 50,000 range, somewhere in there. But I mean, I can't tell you for sure.
Okay. She's going to look over to the group because this is going to be for our gold.
Oh. I mean, maybe. Do they take credit?
I mean, it kind of looks at you. Goes, I'm sorry, Miss. I just kind of look. Are you a wizard?
Yes?
Right. I mean, we do sell. I mean, there's a spell that kind of creates a space, depending on your level of proficiency with magic.
I
that's
am
cool.
aware of one such spell, but are you talking about creating a small plane for
Yeah,
things?
yeah. I mean, we have. I mean, you can. We do have a copying fee.
I am not that proficient in the arcane yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just was trying to be helpful.
How proficient do you have to be for the spell that you were talking about? The
2 orders of power higher than where we're at now.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I mean, just take the details. Go. You can come back probably tomorrow, 2 days. I'll put on the list of ideas. Again, that'll be an estimate, just because they don't put too much thought into the engineering unless you put a deposit down. But this will get you an idea.
Okay, that would be great.
Guys, we gotta go get paid.
Yeah.
I figure once we get paid, I can afford getting that commission made.
Yeah, but I think Lithra is saying we don't have a way to transport all the stuff we're going to get paid to the place we need to spend it at.
Maybe I can ask the Raven Queen for help. Like, carry all the stuff.
Can you send Vax to carry us? No.
I'm talking about the Raven Warriors. They exist for an hour. I mean,
Can we rent bags for an hour to go pick up our money and bring it back?
that's so funny.
Well, how many pounds do we need?
We
About
don't know
40,000.
40,000?
4.
But we're not certain yet because they never gave us a quote on
Well,
the extras that we sent them.
I can have the clockwork amulet do it because that's a relatively mundane task to carry coins, right?
Is attack rolls.
Oh.
It just gives you a roll of 10 on the die. Remember, you can carry it to twice your carrying capacity. You're just hindered. Just moving is halved. Might be some type of targets, but whatever. Uh,
Wait. That's
okay,
right.
so what he will say is like, okay, as he's hearing this, you go, oh, okay. We do have a gold transportation service.
Oh, that would be great. How much do you charge for it, and how does it work?
Absolutely. So up front, it is 250 gold, and then it is 1% of all money transferred.
1%. That is going to be. But well, I mean, what choice do we have here?
Yeah.
He goes,
I mean, we
excellent.
could
He
make
goes,
more
so-
than.
he's like,
we
so
could
what we
make
have
more than one trip.
what's up is like, here's this chest, and all you do is you pour everything in the chest. It comes over here, and then of course you can spend here, or we can do anything else to. Sometimes we can exchange it down. We keep gems. We do have reputable gems that we commission that are guaranteed, kind of like a exchange program, so to speak. Or makes things a little easier to carry. Like I can give you like a 10,000 gold emerald and tell you a list of certain locations that are guaranteed to give you the 10,000 gold for it. Or like give you to go shopping, those types of things. And of course, then you just pick up your gold here too. It's up to you.
Well, wait a minute. Do we actually have to bring all of the money with us here? Couldn't we don't they have a bank here? And we could just like take the ones we're going to spend here, and then we'll go get the others.
We are able to switch a transfer to your bank vault if that is something at the Bank of the Council. Though there is bank fees there, I believe there might be another additional % of your deposit. Well, actually take it on the withdrawal, I think.
I mean, I wouldn't mind talking to the people at the Thunderbrands just to be sure what we're doing.
Yeah, but that was a good point. Like, because we're owed, but that doesn't mean it has to be in gold.
Yep. They give us a receipt for 10,000 gold.
Well, I meant like, as they were saying, gems, which are much easier to carry.
Exactly.
Yeah. And look back to Phil's. Phil, do you have a gem that I could trade for 1,000 gold here?
And depending on where you want to spend it.
So not all places would accept it as currency.
Right. So we have a list of we mark our gems, and then we have a list of places that accept them in trade for the stated value. Right. But then if you're trying to sell it, like a jeweler, they might go, "Oh, I can only give you half for that value." Right. Like if we were buying gems from you, we'd only pay you around probably half its ultimate value that you could like retail it for, maybe 75% depending on its quality. But these are special like trading gems that we do things with, and so only those who are partners with us will honor it.
Yeah. Well, I can see the list of people you're partners with.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a few of them. It just depends on what you want to try to do here.
Jackson's really just trying to make space in his bag because I am 2 pounds away from my carry limit currently.
Yeah. So you can do. The only big thing with these is these aren't. So the kind of caveat to this is they're not exchangeable for gold. They're exchangeable for items worth the gold.
So I couldn't give them 1,000 gold and get a gem worth 1,000 gold.
You just can't then give that gem and get 1,000 gold.
I see.
You
Okay.
have to get that gem and then get it's buying currency. It doesn't get you gold back. And then you get the idea that the change would be in other change gems. So you kind of totally lose the buying power. So they fully understand that this is a convenience.
So it's store credit or a gift card, basically.
Yeah, they lock you into the economy for convenience. Like they understand that this is like, especially certain people who traffic adventurers, like they need to do this.
I mean, Jackson's gonna do it.
Yeah. So they gladly make these exchanges.
Yeah.
Well, before I commit to also buying a bag, I wanted to ask about potions. Certainly you have healing potions, I imagine.
I mean, as a note, if you're getting 6 bags, I don't carry 3,000 pounds.
Yes.
So.
And I did the math on the weight, and we got to carry 3,750 pounds. Plus, because there's other stuff we turned in that we didn't get a number for.
Yeah. So ultimately, like you get by the pricing here is that it's definitely cheaper to get multiple $500 bags than a big bag, because it's significantly more expensive to make something that can carry that much space.
Devin, prove that the menagerie was the menagerie and use a coupon to get a free bag after we just bought everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little, because he has trainee on his badge. I'm just a little hesitant that we should show. I think we should show his supervisor, who might actually know what that means.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. Do you have any unique potions that you specialize in here, or
Oh, we have all types of potions.
all types? Huh? So I imagine you have healing potions.
Oh, yep. Currently have let's see here. Let's see here. We have 10 left for today. These of the common variety.
10 common. Any more potent ones available?
Mm-hmm. So we got 8 left of so they have 8 greater, and then they have 5 superior.
And the price of the greater healing potions?
Those should be 250 gold.
Probably buying a couple of them. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. I can afford a couple.
Devin, would you like a bag of holding as well?
I sure would.
Okay, because with my
I have money.
well, no, that's not that. Just pointing it out. As an artificer, I get the replicate magic item, and one of those is a magic bag. I already have a bag of holding. I just bought it because I wanted the cool toy. So if you want a magic bag, I literally
Okay. Above table, I want to buy one because I want the surprise too.
Yeah,
I did. Go for it.
I 100% want the prize in the Cracker Jack box.
yes.
The only reason I just blew up 500 gold for that. But I was not disappointed.
Yeah.
Right. It actually sees all this. You know what? Before I go any further, I just do need this need everyone to sign this disclaimer, though.
What's that?
Oh, it just says, I understand that putting one of these bags in another one of these bags could be hazardous to my health, and that Gilmore's Glorious Goods accepts no responsibilities for accidental interplanar travel as a result of misuse.
Well, you've already sold us the bags, though.
I know, before I can say any more.
Well, you have a supervisor we can speak to.
Of course I do. And it goes, Miss Susie, can you come over here? And this gray-haired woman comes over. Well, hello. What was so important that? Sorry, how can I help you?
Well, as they are in training, I'm not sure they're familiar with this, but we received, and he'll slide over the. Was it the mark that was the coupon? Is that what I
It was a
understood?
letter.
It was a letter. Okay.
The sealed letter.
Okay. And he'll pass over the sealed letter.
Looks at it. Oh, of course. Give me one moment. She flips her dress, and you're like, "What the heck?" And then it looks like she's gone, as like the bottom of her just covers her. And then like she's there, and then about a minute goes by, and her dress hits the floor, and she's there once more. She goes, "Oh," and she's holding it, kind of is putting it away. Goes, "Of course. I'll be right back." And comes out and comes back with this small wooden case. Well, it's not a big a case, like it's probably of like 4 by 5 feet. Nice big. She's carrying out. Goes, "There you go."
Mortis will open it up. What does he find?
No, you shouldn't open it up here at all. This should be opened up elsewhere.
Okay.
Is this part of the promotion?
Yep.
All right. Well, in that case, can I buy a couple of greater healing potions while I'm here?
Yeah.
And we'll take this elsewhere.
Yeah, we should all store our bags in.
Are you trying to get more bags?
I mean,
Anything there won't have the promotional item.
yeah.
I'd leave
Do
something
it.
in there. I could just, forget to take something out.
Do it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna buy 2 potions of greater healing and a bag.
Okay, if you want to dump it out, go ahead and roll the D100.
Well, I gotta remove 1,000 gold from my inventory and D100. Here we go. 69.
Nice.
What does Mortis get?
A metal bottle comes out with a little stopper that's attached by this tiny little chain.
It's an aphrodisiac.
So it goes, "Oh, that's a good one."
Yeah, what does it do?
Oh, open it and pour it out.
It's not going to waste it, is it?
Nope.
All right. And he'll open it and pour it out.
Pour a little bit. And then she gives you a little cup, and warm, fresh smelling coffee comes out. Goes, "I present to you the bottle of boundless coffee."
Oh,
That's a Strixhaven item, isn't it?
It's from Strixhaven.
I remember getting that in Strixhaven.
wielding arrows and bows.
Of
Quivers
course.
and-
Perfect here. So, the one go kind of leaves. Yeah, so she kind of leaves you back with the person here, and goes. All right, I got a quiver right here. Let's see here. Right here, so you guys push to this compartment. This can hold about 60 arrows. Right here, you can get about 18 javelins. And then over here, you could get like 6 bows, quarterstaff, spears, rifles in there.
Excellent. That sounds like exactly what I'm looking for.
That's 500 gold. This is part of the promotion still. Oh, extra dimensional spaces.
Should have just bought that.
Yep.
Kind of want to buy another one. Kind of just want to buy another bag just to get a promotional item.
We just need to get 10 bags of holding and like all our problems will be solved.
I mean, or one portable hole would probably solve our problems too.
I was angling for.
Okay, you poured out, and an arrow comes out. Ding, ding, ding. Goes, congratulations! 1 free arrow with your quiver. She goes, don't worry. And she tries to bend it, and it bends a little bit, but it does not break. She goes, it's unbreakable.
Oh, that's nifty.
You could try to burn it, smack it, grind it. Whatever it is, can't be broken.
All right, so an unbreakable arrow. Go wait till later to do more shopping, but that should do for now.
Very good. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
Just for future reference, do you guys have greater restoration potions?
Those can be specially brewed.
How much?
More of a pre-order item. Those are 2,500 gold apiece.
Okay.
That's why there's not a lot of call for them. Most people go to temples and such and things for that service. Who need it. And then we've got things like anti-petrification potions that are a little cheaper. Like a lot of things people sometimes like need that for. You can make that a little cheaper than that full type of potion. Plus, like we have to actually like send out because we need. It's not purely arcane, so we need a partner, and of course they surcharge us.
I get it.
We haven't gone yet to buy the fancy clothes yet, right? To be sure.
You paid for the fancy clothes already.
Yes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I know you were having to go back and forth. So, yeah. All right. Anything else from Gilmore's?
Not yet.
And there's one more item I'd like, but I think it's probably out of my price range for now till we collect the money that we're owed. But do you have any items that I have an animal companion that's quite large, and It doesn't always fit everywhere. If there's a way I could transport it with me and then have it come out when.
I mean, we have potions that make it smaller.
But how long?
About an hour.
Oh,
I might need more time than that if we're exploring some underground area.
Goes, I know we might. It's possible we can find something like that. But it would run you around 50,000 gold.
That's kind of what I figured.
if they drink it twice, do they get even smaller?
No. And that the potions don't run 50,000, but they do have an item. We might have an item that might run 50,000 gold.
We may need to talk to Gilmore at some point, at least to let him know what's coming.
Right. I mean, if you want to set up to a meeting, we can always arrange that. If you do, you need to talk? So if you want to set up a meeting, or if you want to talk to him, that is something based on your stuff that can be done. Depends on what you want to do here. Y'all were doing more couponing and other things.
Yeah, we could set up a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, for this basically whenever you want to talk to him. You as a party you have the backing at this point.
Well, maybe we could meet him tomorrow.
I think that'd be a good idea. At least that way we can make sure that we have all our facts straight. Well, don't spend that all in one play. As presidential, they're gonna walk out unless you guys have something else.
Charlotte will leave.
Any spells you're looking for, Lithra?
Not in particular that I can think of.
Well, perhaps we should go see if we can pick up our clothes and get ourselves into our. Oh, I didn't see any on the way, but perhaps you can point me toward a reputable map dealer. I just need a basic map, one that covers all of Tal'dorei.
Oh, yeah, and kind of gives you something. So it goes, easy enough. This one work. It's in our traders program too, so they work. They're pretty good.
All right. Well, if we can visit them on the way, that'd be great. So I don't think there's any hurry to find that particular map because I think we'll be here a while. So where to?
As we're leaving, Jackson will kind of childishly move up next to Mars. What's in the box?
I don't know. I think we might want to make sure we're back in our rooms before we open it.
Okay. Once we get all of your clothes, do we go back to the room, or do we go to into the main part of the city, or?
Well, we needed to get our clothes. We needed to get into the rich part of the city, to Thunderbrands, and we needed to get to the library. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So clothes first. Matt, as we're walking towards back to Jared's, well, I don't know if it's been long enough I don't know how that works. Anyway, what I'm trying to do, I have this magical bag that holds lots of things. I want to see if I can put my great sword into this bag.
Yeah, it'll go in there.
Okay. Nothing stops me from doing that?
A great sword will kind of just fit in the bag, yeah. Especially if you have it sheathed.
Okay. So I put it into the bag and I close it. Sovereign, can you still hear me?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you're using your sovereign sword? Okay.
Yes.
That's what I missed. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's like as it starts to do that, there's almost like it kind of stops, as though it literally cannot enter the space.
Hey. Are you too big? Do you not fit?
Cannot hide the greatness of who we are, Jackson.
Yeah, but they said that I can't have weapons in the rich place.
Oh, but if you adorn me richly like the proper heir to royalty we are, both of us, I'm sure to be fine.
Oh. Okay. So what do I tell them if they're still angry at me for trying to take you in to the rich place?
You say this is my father's sword and his father's before him. Those types of things.
I don't.
Just say it. Just say the thing.
Okay. All right. And I'll take the sword back out and close up the bag and keep going towards Jared's.
All right. At Jared's, kind of seeing this, they will provide you. Ultimately, there is something you can put on the greatsword that is a binding that you can find out about. That ultimately will keep it from being drawn, if you so desire. However, it is extremely powerful and cannot be broken unless you take it off. So basically you have to have it enabled at one of the guard stations, and then it has to be disabled there as well. So
Okay.
a little bit of a thing if you so wanted to bring it, but the thing itself cannot actually put into something like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Are we able to pick up our fancy clothes?
Yeah, you can get your clothes at this point. That's fine.
Okay. Okay. So are we all headed to Thunderbrands?
Yep.
Next. Okay. Sounds good. I put on my fancy clothes and then I put the one piece onesie that Nana knitted me over the top of that.
Okay. So wearing the clothes that you have, you are able to get into the cloud top where everything is. They will bind your sword. Anyone wants putting weapons in their bags of holding? Doing all the things.
Does that mean we have to put our armor in there?
Yeah, you couldn't wear armor around.
I could have brought my morning star. Nope, too late now.
DM, I would like to try and conceal my dagger, not putting it in my bag of holding.
So this is what I do. You are able to, at some point, you have some time to get back to your room and open up your case.
Oh, what's inside?
Here. And let me see here. Sorry. So a little bit of a love care package here. So what you basically get here is boots, 2 cloaks, a bag, a set of 2 stones, as well as a little sheath that looks like it could get worn on the wrist.
And after the hour it takes Lith to identify all of these things. Sorry, I'm assuming, but
Absolutely.
I have identified too.
oh, nice! It takes us half the time.
All right. So over here in the loot channel, I will do this. So we got boots of Ovenkind, cloak of Ovenkind, cloak of the bat, bag of holding, ascending stone with that, and a hidden dagger sheath.
Another bag holding.
I mean, we need one.
That almost gives us enough to carry all our gold.
Do you think if we turn that one inside out, there'd be something in there too?
There's only one way to find out. Above table, you should always turn out a bag of holding when you get one.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I do one, but yes, always.
That one still stings, Luke.
Forever and always.
You turn it inside out, and it just says, "In warmest regards, Gilmore." A little card falls out.
Bless you.
So I just want to do that because that could help you if you so desired, Jackson, the hidden dagger sheath.
Awesome. Because that's how we all prevent being surprised.
And that's as we're taking the time to identify and getting everything ready. You just hear Brazen Edge like shocked that he's got a voice in his head. It's like, can you hear? Were you seeing me while I was changing? Like, this is not the time.
So you just generally say that?
Yeah.
What?
I just somebody was just talking to me.
Was it your weapon?
No, that's still weird.
Well, nuh-uh.
Oh,
Because no one was talking to you just then, but you were talking out loud.
it was. I think it was.
In your head?
I think it was ascending from that little tiefling.
Little tiefling.
Yeah.
You mean hairless?
Yeah, Erlich.
Oh. Are you sure?
It sounded like her, at least.
Hmm. What did she say?
She was asking what I had on.
Huh.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Okay.
Hidden dagger sheath. Is hidden dagger a sheath a D&D Beyond item, or is it just something for my notes?
It is not. That's what the description's.
Gotcha. Okay.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have put the description.
Ah, I see. Oh,
It is from the Dragonlance universe.
well, that's fun.
Would anybody mind if I take this cloak?
I don't mind. Wait, the elven one or the bat one? The bat. Nice.
If you're a bat wearing a cloak of the bat, what does that make you?
Does it cancel each other out?
I don't know. I guess maybe.
I mean, one way to find out.
All right, so you wanted to check out Thunderbrands and try to get your payment.
Yes.
Ultimately,
For one giant golem, one large cube, and random what are the abomination parts?
yes. Cool. So you do get a little bit of choice here, as they kind of go, right. Oh yeah, we got everything here. Been very good. I do have an order here too, because you never got your mirrors right there, Mortis.
No, I did.
Oh, you did get your mirrors. Okay, cool. Couldn't remember. Perfect. So you have those. Goes excellent, and then says, so I do have. How would you like this? We can arrange a credit at various stores. Really, just Gilmore's. But we can also give it raw to you in gold.
Can you provide some of it in platinum?
That we can do. Yes.
It'll make it more manageable to carry. Anyone have a particular preference?
Platinum sounds good to me.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So I believe this is ultimately 4,000 platinum.
Is that in addition to the? Because the number we had before was 187,000, which.
Well, 187,000 gold. I was trying to remember what that was. Okay.
Oh.
7,500 gold.
Okay, perfect then. Yep. So then, yep.
So that would be
18,000, whatever platinum is what they're able to get you here.
Yeah. And then whatever they would pay us for the box and the creature.
Okay. So then the creature, they did another 500 platinum for the various pieces and parts. And then the box you sent, they're going to give another 2,500 platinum.
Okay, so that's a total of 21,750 platinum.
No.
No, because the gold was the 18,000. Oh, the
Yes.
187,000. So if we were looking at, okay, you said 500 platinum, which is 5,000 gold.
Yep.
250. I'm sorry, 2,500
Right. Well,
gold is 25,000.
Right. Well, you just focus on the platinum, right? That's what he just said. He just said the platinum number.
Right.
That's what Mortis just said. So the platinum number was, I think, correct.
So okay, well, my math is wrong then.
because it was roughly 21,000 platinum.
So, okay. So how much?
So each of us, yeah, Withers got the number for you there. It's the same number I got, with 1 platinum left over.
And that's per 7.
Yeah. And by the way, you can actually store it in containers, I discovered.
Yes, you can.
Oh, nice.
To turn that on, you just click on your currency, where it says manage coin at the top, there's a settings option.
Oh.
And then you can turn on put coins in containers to put them in particular places.
That's so cool.
Yeah. I discovered it by accident a couple weeks ago.
Yes. That was important in Pirates game when they were storing on different boats. So I knew when I burned their boats how much gold I took from them.
Oh no.
So it was good too. So if I steal your bag of photo, you know how much I took from you or your money.
Oh no!
Someone just slices it from the outside. How much goes in the streets? Okay. Yes, that goes pretty well in Thunderbrands. Pretty straightforward. You give them a lot of good stuff that are able to. Again, the embassy here is able to do this for you.
Any chance they return the auto harvesting kit so that I can?
Yes, you can have the harvesting kit back.
Okay, cool.
Good to go there. Where would you like to go to next?
Library, I think, was the next place.
Oh yeah, I got some points to spend there.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, just as you are able to make it to the Library of the Lyceum and various things. And again, given now your general credentials, it's easy enough. What are you trying to find out?
I know it. Charlotte. Charlotte wants to spend some of her research points here to kind of continue her research for items that help her with dealing with the negative effects of vampirism.
I don't know if I'll take any more because you already kind of went. You've gotten to the bottom of that. There's no more research on this place unless you go to the places that you were told to before.
Okay.
Right? You were given locations on where to find more information
That's
in
right.
your last research for that.
Roshana.
Yeah. Or that Roshana was one. Yeah. Roshana was probably the biggest one. And then they mentioned that there could be, if you would go down to Dark Toe. And then there was just the somewhat rumors you found out about like basically like a vampire nation somewhere in the southern seas.
Right.
The
Ruidians.
Right. So that's sort of, yeah. There's not more here other than like there's that and maybe a few different sources about those things.
Okay. I just know she had like 11 charges of her research.
Correct.
I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, there's more. I would like. That's just the where that information would be.
Okay. It's out of curiosity, would there be anything she could spend any charges on here?
I mean, depending on what
For
you're
that?
looking for.
I mean, that's basically her main focus. What about because I know those places are so far away. Is there research that would relate to getting to places like that more quickly? Like,
I mean, other than what you found out from Lady Vexalia.
Okay.
That thing, but I mean, other than there's teleportation. I mean, as far as like, I would say Roshana specifically, that it would be the quickest route. Basically, suggests going to the Menagerie Coast and getting a boat for the most part.
Okay.
Or airship, but the teleportation to Roshana, diplomatic ways, you don't know. But there are, I would say, you're able to find here. There would be potential nobles that might be able to help you. But that would be more. You have to begin searching them out.
Okay.
Now, did you say that this was the library at the Lyceum?
Yes.
I'd like to search out one of the professors.
Perfect. Absolutely. Do you have a particular one?
Yeah, Professor Mabundes.
Perfect. And then remind me anything that you had told me about that, as far as like what their appearance is here.
I left it vague to give you.
Perfect. So then gnomish one comes up here. Pink hair gentleman. As you are able to finally track down, goes, doesn't really recognize your new form.
Yeah.
And just goes, hello there. How may I help you?
It's been a long time, old friend. When you knew me, I went by Ervir.
Oh my. Looks and I see bits. What happened to you?
What happens to everybody? Age.
You looked better before.
I come across some troubling rumors, I guess you could say. I hear you guys are pushing some of the students towards the League.
Pushing's a strong word. They get approached, they get hired. Again, we research and what we are able to teach here. So the League started a credential program. You see, basically League approved magic users. And as such, if one would hire them, you could put in a grievance system with them, and they would investigate it for you, that type of thing. So it's hard to really tell our people not to take advantage of that in order to get more work. It's actually quite hard to get spell work these days without those credentials. At least anything that's not anyone willing to hire you without that in and around the city tend to be more in the nefarious purposes.
Is there somewhere in private that we can speak?
Sure. That gives you an office that has some arcane protections.
And
let me tell you, who do you invite with you? Pick one or two people to invite into this conversation.
Well, I was gonna say he would then introduce to the menageries.
Okay, so it kind of brings everybody into this room to have this.
Yeah, perfect.
This
is a professor from my youth. This is the menagerie.
Oh, glad that. Well, you didn't do too good a job of taking care of them. But no, welcome. So there's something you wanted to. We're in private now. Anything I can help you with? You're here for learning or classes or registration?
Mortis, would you care to fill him in on the Zenith?
Oh, yeah, we've heard of this device called the. I just typed it in chat. Where is it? Called Lehman's Undoing Zenith. I wonder if you've ever come across such a device in your studies.
Oh.
Our understanding is that it has something to do with sorrows rewritten and serves as some kind of power source by rewriting those sorrows.
Yes. Lament is the word there. Lament undoing, not Lehman's undoing.
Oh, well,
That's why it gets rid of sorrows.
That makes a lot more sense than what I wrote down. See, Zo, it happens to all of us.
And then, what I meant undoing. Kind of takes a moment. That is emotional magic. Interesting. He kind of thinks for a little bit. Well, that does seem to ring a bell. Not what you're saying, but that type of research, I believe. I had a student working in that direction. A bit. Let's see, creation of a storage device of some type, if I remember. Yes. If I remember, they were started with the root of ones that might lessen emotions and somehow work to contain them in a space where they could live and grow. There's a few students working on that in a group, I believe.
How long ago was that?
Let's see. This one last I was consulted on it about 3 years ago. It was an interesting project.
Do you recall those students' names?
Kind of thinks back. Oh, it was one of the classes. I guess I could. Let's see here specifically. And we'll end up giving you 3 names here. The names specifically are Harrigan, Palin, and the very last one here. Here, being honor.
Oh shit!
Yep, you've met her. You've met that NPC. I'll give you a vague description of each one, specifically Honor being a white-skinned, red-eyed tiefling woman. Last known positioned in Restaurant. Goes, yes, she went on to high heights. She's been recognized with high honors by the League. Good for her. One of the very, very, my understanding of the bigger problems she gets to solve. Good head on her shoulders. Big thinker.
Professor, the League, I can't speak for Amon, but outside of Amon, they've been generating the problems that they are then being hired to fix.
Kind of double checks the runes in the room. Oh my, that's quite an accusation. Do you have physical evidence?
It's a fact. I am the physical evidence.
Right. So hearsay. I see. Listen, no one here thinks it's an organization like that who won't reveal any sources of anything and keep so many secrets. It's wouldn't come to many surprises that they have things that maybe are not quite honorable. But they are powerful. I guess what would you want me to do with this? You say this. How? What can I help? Can I help you with?
I don't know that you can outside of the information any information you can give us, and you already have. I'm afraid to give you any more to not put you in danger as well.
This seems important, and I don't kind of thinks for a sec. You're a good student, and I know what credentials you're entered by. There are schools to this place. Of all the different schools of magic one can specialize in, during the time one has the studies there, you're in that housing, whether it be evocation or conjuration and whatnot. And then there's sub houses there for things like teleportation or even illusion and that type of thing. So if one was a student here, one would, of course, still stay here while studying and probably leave to such a workplace if they were hired in a place of work. Now, you being an alumni, vouch for these. I can give you temporary passes to be on the campuses. If you understand my meaning.
Can you make mine out to Brazen Edge?
Of course. Kind of this will give you just not really access, I should say. This just would alleviate any questions for you generally being on the campus for the students. If you try to enter buildings and that, they might ask, reasons, class schedules, those types of things. But would at least show you as guests for general walking around. But certainly, if students are being hired to do things against our strict moral ethics, or are whether they are being tricked to doing such things, which I would hope be the case, or they are violating it, that is something that as a school we could begin to see what we can do.
I mean, there must be some restrictions that you can have on campus about who you let come on campus to recruit, right?
To a degree, if we have evidence. It's like if the students were to give testimony.
What if it's Honor's word?
If Honor certainly would testify against the League, that would go a long way. Honor is one of the reasons why, as much as I believe that maybe someone affiliated with the League has done some horrible things, I don't think the League is overly involved. Why would Honor work there? Honor's sheer rank in the League gives it so much credibility.
Devin, you were right.
Anything else for Mavundas?
Martis will look at Brazen Edge. And you trust this individual?
He was like a father to me. I'd put my life on it.
All right. And he'll reach into a bag and pull out a box that's got chains wrapped around it.
Oh my.
In a city we visited recently, a ring that once belonged to me that I sought to reclaim turned out to be connected with some sort of entity. And in retrieving that ring, it was separated and chained in this box. And I'm wondering if you can tell me anything about this box or what might be chained inside.
That kind of looks at examining the chains. These are very powerfully warded. I would have to have some time with this. I could relay my findings as soon as I have them to Brazen Edge or any of you. But I'd be happy to begin some experiments.
Worried about how dangerous it might be. Do you have means of securing it?
We do have a wing where only, can we say, only those who have a non-compete clause may enter. We'll keep those affiliated, at least officially. And actually, one has to, kind of laughs, have, with another institution, one must not have worked for 50 years before being able. So it's fairly secure from, shall we say, some of these interested parties.
All right. I think this is the only way I get the information I need to know what to do, so I'll leave it with you.
Seeing Mortis pull out that chain box, Jackson gets really excited. He's like, I remembered. Do you know someone named Allura?
Of course.
We brought something a very long way that we're supposed to give to her.
Oh, I see. Is this supposed to be directly to her?
I think so. The lady in the library that we got it from said to give the book directly to her because he was dangerous.
Okay.
And shouldn't be opened.
Just a moment. Allura! I have some people who want to see you. Are you available sometime today? It's quite vital. Kind of sits there. About in an hour, you should be able to find her in her office, and gives you general information.
Oh, great.
Good.
So is there anything fun to do for an hour here?
Read! It's the most fun one could have. Goes, I'm kidding. Oh, would you like to wave your sword at things?
I can't. I had to lock it.
Oh, I can. Would you like to wave a sword at things?
Yes.
Excellent. I'll bring you to the summoners area. They're always practicing their craft, and their students who I'm sure could summon demons and elementals that you can fight and practice on.
I have a special dagger for fighting those.
Oh, that'd be great. Give them some experience.
I'd like to join on that if that offer is open.
It'd be really good. Absolutely. They have arena battles all the time. Come on.
Nice.
And then you are brought to this large stadium arena where you see elementals fighting demons, aberrations being summoned, multi-eyed horrors from beyond being controlled. A few students are actually battling each other with creatures that seem to be made entirely out of folded paper. And having all types of fun trying to control objects and that type of thing. And you were able to entertain yourself, if you so wish, by fighting such horrors.
Yeah.
All that.
Mortis would like to take advantage of the library.
Absolutely. All right. In that case, I think with the library, anybody, if you want to DM me things you want to be looking at, that'd be good. Because right now we got to end for this evening, and we'll probably come back with any research results, including any kind of fun conversation with Allura, and be thinking, you all have a lot of leads that you can pursue from this. So you're going to want to think of what lead, or even if we can get down to A or B, and we make an A or B decision, that'd be great. Because the more prep we can do on this end, the better things are. But you have a lot of the avenues that you can pursue here. Of course, there's a Traverse Junction still to be investigated, and that type of thing. So, which we might just want to. We'll talk about it. I think if Joe's going to be here, we might just want to make sure y'all go do that, and make sure we at least get that, just to be respectful, I would say. So, all right, with that, we will end for tonight. And everyone watching, thank you so much, and we'll be back next week.
Good night.